Can I just state that this story seems to be the biggest shitfest I've read in quite some time.
Yeah.
Anchorman's
You're
talking to the
welcome,
guild.
mate. You're welcome.
It's the scoop of the century,
On
mate.
the very
Finest
first
content.
second I read the post, I had problems with it because, like, 20 minutes prior or an hour prior, Lotus had sent me a pic of the what's his name? I'm
Mage
forgetting his
Blade
name, but
case.
your paladin class leader getting Mage Blade.
Hell yeah, brother.
I was like, so
Oh,
why
yeah.
would Lotus send me that if it was like some big fucking conspiracy bullshit? Because it doesn't make any sense. Like, because then if I'd read an article on that and all of you guys truly were getting like duped out of shit, you'd all be pissed. So to begin with, the article, like the whole thing didn't make sense. So I'm basically here to just get to the bottom of what happened, and if I can find out pretty much the whole story, you're probably going to get a front page article basically saying that Hamish said a lot of bullshit, and you're standing strong as a new guild contest.
Yeah,
Can I take this?
Tell you
I'm
what,
not-
Could
Man.
I just say something?
Right
Could I say something?
Yeah, man, go for it.
So Hamish is like,
wait,
Turn off bullshit talk.
so like Hamish has been a co-leader. Like he was a founder of this guild, and he's been a co-leader like of Medellín since the start. But he pushed hard at the start, and he was helping us. He cares a lot about running a good guild. Obviously, he's got private set history and stuff, but the amount of effort actually being put into the guild, like organizing raids, managing, loot priority, like just simply just being on and being active and actually helping people. He was offline for like 4 or 5 days at one point. I clicked on his thing in the guild, and he had legitimately been offline for 5 days. Like at this point in the server, that's literally the kind of player he is.
I see.
Heavy
So
breathing. Sorry, it's
So
the
who
mic's really
wants
close to
to
my
let me get this straight. So currently, Hamish has published this and taken the mats and run.
Correct,
Yeah.
yes. Oscar disbanded the guild and he nuked the Discord. Even though I owned the Discord, he applied a bot with certain admin privileges and deleted and changed everyone's permissions.
You got the guild base.
So even though we were, as he likes to say, like click council, and we were making more raids to gear up our click, even though we have 120 raiders and we want to accommodate for everyone,
Yep.
we have, in his words, prior loot to our best raiders, even though all of our raiders are stacked on one team, which doesn't really make sense if you think about it. And then, as a guild, we've worked together to craft a legendary item, which, for the record, is the part of Classic, working together as a team. And then, just at that pinnacle moment of when the item will be crafted and everyone's hard work and dedication was about to be crafted, he disbanded the guild, stole the mats, and nuked the Discord.
He
And I wanna-
literally cancelled the craft to do. He was midway through crafting it on stream and then cancelled the craft.
So, just to chime in here, my so I was there, and the item he was crafting wasn't even the hammer; it was Darkhind braces. He was
Yeah.
halfway through it.
I figured as
And I
much.
want to say something.
Hold on, I just want to say too that when he crafted the braces, I legitimately thought he was that stupid that he actually did that on purpose, like accidentally.
Yeah, same.
And we're just like, oh, he's gonna make it now. Like, he fucked up that dark iron. We need to go get some more now. Like, oh fuck. And then
I wanna
I honestly
Riff.
think
One sec. What Riff said about three guild, 3 teams, 3 raids. The leaders watched the first raid they did. It took too long of Group 2. We all care about the second raid doing well. And Rogue can contest to this, but we've helped them improve massively. You guys killed Rag in like an hour and a half today.
We watched 6 hours of VODs. People like leaders from Raid and Raid 1. We watched 6 hours of VODs from the other raids to help them improve, to make sure that the leadership, the raid calls, everything was being done properly. We've literally got an army of fresh players in here that have never played vanilla before that are getting showered in loot.
Yeah, and as for the Mage Blade thing, we went back and forth talking about it quite a lot. But at the end of the day, we decided to democratically vote on it multiple times, really. And it was all the leaders versus him. And he hasn't gotten his own way, and he's become a child
This is
about
the
it.
result.
Okay.
But now he's spinning a shit ton of lies
So-
just because of that.
I need to.
Just tonight, yeah, in Raid 1, we literally gave Spinal Reaper, the two-handed axe and rag, to a person that was on week 1 of raiding. That's
Week
how much
one,
we,
was
There's
it?
logs
we
of people
care.
using
That's how
how
much we
corrupt
care
Did the
about
we
Raid.
Anchorman
are.
want
That's
to
how
say
click we
something then?
are.
Did the Anchorman want to say something?
So this is all well and good, but to kind of ruin him, I need to disprove the main claims he's made. So first,
Go
let's
talk to all of our members.
Yeah.
first, no,
Yeah,
I
just talk to
understand.
all of our members.
What is it? Because I've
Let
got
him finish.
multiple
Logs of
screenshots.
Mara
but
Let
I
him
have-
finish. Let him finish.
I have to go through, and I'll go through each one by one, and you guys can kind of answer for each one. So the first one is to do with the Mage Blade. Is it true that you told your mages to get that epic from Marauder on instead of Mage Blade? And if
No.
so, like,
No.
tell me.
No,
your
we did
opinion on
not
that.
tell.
No.
Can I talk to this, please? This can be Trash Star's response, whatever. We have a very good friend who plays with one of the leading guilds in the entire world, Onslaught.
Where's the
from
logs?
and this person, I contacted them around the theory of Mage Blade being bis for
Pally.
Pallies and i.e. Pallies or Warlocks over Mage, and I said, without saying what our plan was, I said, what's your opinion on Mage Blade? Where do you believe it should go? And this person immediately responded without any hesitation, Paladin or Warlock. And I said, what's the reasoning behind Paladin? And this person said it's bis until AQ next, like it's bis for ages. And I said, what about mages though? And this person responded, they can get the blade from Mara. And I said, has it been tested? Have you done the proc rates on it, etc.? And this person said, yes, we have. It's a nutty proc rate. So we only got in touch with a few of our key mages and suggested farming it so that we could do testing on
Yeah,
it.
so we could test it ourselves.
Yeah,
Exactly.
is there any logs?
Logs.
Because none of the top warlocks have that Mara dagger. I'm about to check all the top mages.
Res no answer.
But if that's not the case, I don't think this is any good.
Well, I mean,
And like, yeah, obviously it's best for paladins, but it's also good for mages.
yeah, obviously.
And
it's-
there's
Yeah,
maces
so
that
the
paladins
idea
can
is
use
we
too.
are, the
but the
idea
i-
behind it is we're enabling a holy crit build Doma for one. We're spec enabling there, and then they'll get handed on to mages.
they'll go
Yeah,
to
but
warlock
the-
mages. Sure.
Getting the tanks and the DPS is more important than the healers. That's
So-
how you get faster kills and makes it easier for the
Look,
healers.
Yeah,
We're not going to go into the Mage
but
Blade.
yeah, but like
Yeah, we're not going to go into the Mage
No, no,
Blade
no,
right now.
no.
Like, the
Dodge
point
that one,
was...
Can I
The
just
point
jump in
was-
real quick?
One sec. The
I mean, if-
point was, the leaders came to a decision, right? And he
democratic
has gone against the decision and decided to
know what
fuck
I'm
everyone
saying.
over. Okay? So
Yeah,
we're not going to talk about Mage Blade right now.
We
I
literally
get that.
voted democratically on
I
it.
get
We,
that.
we
but
put it
what-
down to a
We've
vote.
talked about
That's
it
how-
for hours.
That's the vote. It was
What
a-
days,
it was
mate,
really-
days.
It was a really hot topic.
What you have to understand, right, is I'm not sure how much you guys care about it, but he has got to the end game before you guys in terms of he posted the Reddit thread first. It's loaded with shit. I'll be honest with you. And some of it is just thrown in there for no reason and doesn't actually contribute to his argument. So I was like, oh fuck. But a little bit here and there does kind of. It sounds bad. It sounds really bad. So that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to clear things up. So to say, oh, don't talk about the Mage Blade, just let's move on for it. If I'm to come and kind of defend you guys, right, I need to start by basically pointing out everything he said as factually incorrect. You get me?
So the
Can-
idea behind it is then that the Mage Blade theory for us was that we do testing on the dagger ourselves because we had received information from top tier players that the proc rate was nutty, and that we continued with one crit pally per raid prior to first Mage Blade, and that was a democratic decision from 9 of the 10 people discussing it, and the only person who didn't agree with that decision was Hamish and himself. And if look, I don't even know these guys prior to this guild.
Yeah, I was gonna.
I don't know Pronkers prior to this guild whatsoever.
Who even
I'll-
cares?
I'm
It's one
gonna-
item. It's
Yeah,
one
I'm
fucking
gonna.
item, guys. It's
Um,
one fucking item.
Ajax is gonna have a mention on this click
What,
thing.
didn't Hamish literally go off at someone for having like a fit, like the hunter? Like, didn't he literally?
Can we,
That was
Anchorman? What was
Rip, wasn't
the?
it?
Have you got anything else,
During
man,
Group
that you
3?
need?
I think for Anchorman's sake, you shouldn't go into this
brother.
trying to defend us. You should
Yeah, we
do
need to
your
just
proper
answer the question.
investigation.
That's why he's asking. Yeah.
Yep, give me
So
the second. Give me a second.
rather than this is difficult because everybody's talking right now. Maybe we could just talk to Anchorman just in like separately with maybe like a group of like 10 of us. We'll bring some members, some leaders, etc., and we'll try to get to the bottom of how we can defend ourselves. How
Well,
about
I'm
that?
server muting every associate in here right now.
Nothing really
Starting
needs to
with
be
that.
defended, man. To be honest, Like,
Yeah, there's nothing.
people will see if there's a liar, there's a liar. I mean, in the case
Yeah.
of Mageblade, every single AE tick, every single Blizzard tick can proc that
100%.
dagger. I mean, there's no question
Are
about it.
there
I
any
mean, it's
logs of
just
that?
simple common sense. Well,
Guys,
that's
I'll
what the
reiterate
theory is.
again.
Like,
It's
can we
one
like
fucking
test
item.
this or get some logs?
It doesn't
Find
matter.
That's what
someone
we're
Why don't
trying
you
to
go
do.
farm
logs
it
of it?
yourself and you farm it yourself and test the logs, bro, and then give us the answer because that's what we need. This is all it was.
It's
Like,
one
we're
item.
not- That's
Okay,
exact-
it came down to a philosophical problem right here, right? And at the end of the day, it's stronger if all of the leaders decide on an item to be given to a player. It's stronger that we stick to that, right? It really is. It's way more important than one fucking item
Yeah.
getting it wrong, okay? Like, focus in for a second here, guys. All of the leaders but one decided on a way. Okay, guys? All of us. But one. All right? That's way more important than the specific item at hand. Does that
Just
make
for
sense?
reference, just for reference of the whole like click thing, like half of the leaders in this guild, there was three original leaders, and then a fourth that came in at launch, and every single other leader that helped, out of all the 10, they're all acquaintances, some strangers. It's a whole mix of people. There's no like predetermined thing happening here.
Yeah, I
Like,
was gonna say, there's no such thing as a click. I only got brought into this guild because of fucking Hamish. I was going Horde. He asked me to come Alliance. Like, I'm
And
literally
it was me.
only.
I requested Hamish to help me set up the guild as well.
Yeah,
so it's really
like,
all comes down to me.
I'm only here because of Hamish, and like, there's no click. We're all just. It's, what the
To the
fuck?
Anchorman, does that answer your question to an extent? Without going into the detail of the Mageblade per se,
Yeah.
the truth of the answer, he's just didn't get his way. So
That's-
he's
yeah.
fucked. You know, he didn't
It's
get
dummy
his
spat.
way, and that's
it's
it.
essentially dummy spat, pretty much,
So-
What
because
didn't he get his way on that caused him to take your guild bank and run?
So he didn't get his way on a couple of things. The first thing is the Mage Blade. We literally talked about it for ages, right? And we came to the consensus that we wanted to give out 3 to our 3 paladins first for later phase crit pally builds, and then we'll start giving them to our mages, right? But he wanted the mages to get them straight away. Even though all 11 there's like 11 of us leaders. We didn't want to do it that way. That's the first thing.
this is also coming from a perspective of Hamish raided as a mage on private servers, and his perspective is coming from the biased mage perspective that never got Mageblade because it was always given to a holy pally. That's literally been the meta.
Man, us
I want
mages
to
don't
stress
even
the
give a fuck.
fact too that it's 1 pally per one of our 3 raids.
Only
Correct,
one
yeah.
per raid, just to build enable the main
That's
tank
not.
healer.
That's yeah. We're not.
Because I
giving
know
out-
you need the facts.
We're not giving out 10 mage blades to the 10 paladins. It
Yeah,
wasn't.
it's 1 paladin per raid to enable the crit build for the main tank healer. Because keeping your main tank alive, in a tried and true way, is going to
priority.
help DPS further down the line as we drop out healers for more DPS into the raid.
The
Mason's
second thing he
saying-
didn't get
Sorry.
his way. You go, Nomad. Sorry.
Mason in Guild is saying that his mage blade got given to a druid who guild quit a month later. That's why it's a soft subject for him. It's literally like an immature Can't get my way, dummy spit. That's what it is. That's the kind of person he is.
I think I think it's multiple reasons, man. Like it's multiple reasons, definitely. It's not just we can't
He's,
accredit it. To
he's
just,
fucking autistic.
yeah.
The second
I
problem,
actually
personally, I think, is he's trying to be the big dog, and he's not.
Absolutely.
He's trying to be the big dog. He's had nothing in life, and
Boys, he's
He's
trying
not.
to kill us. He's trying to kill us, boys. If we stick together, that's even better. Like we win.
yeah,
Let's just
exactly.
stick to the facts for Anchorman. But
Union better.
Yeah.
What's the next thing I can
Let's not
do?
divulge.
Does that
yeah,
kind of
Yeah,
answer your question?
facts. Yep.
Did we accidentally mute Anchorman?
No, but everyone's talking. Everyone needs to shut up.
No, Anchorman mutes himself and unmutes him when he wants to talk. That's
Okay.
all.
Oh, okay, cool. Totally good. Just checking. Thank you.
What else is there, Anchorman?
So I'm just going through it now, but I'll just say that it's not so. You're probably not going to like this, but one of Hamish's main points was that essentially you guys all do all of this, trickery up in your clique of like your officers and all that. And then when you guys are talking right now about decisions you made in your officer class and whatever, you're talking like you're not consulting the rest of your guild kind of thing.
No, so that's actually Hamish is one of the dudes who was pushing to keep it an officer. I was the one pushing very hard. Everyone can confirm this to get it to class leaders to decide on loot.
And
That's why
class-
I
and-
tried to make class leader channels from the beginning. Couldn't happen.
Yeah, and we may as well put
Didn't
in
Hamish
class.
delete them?
Shut
No.
up, everyone,
Shush,
please.
Sedu,
Please.
Sedu, please,
Alright,
shush.
fine, I'll be quiet.
Talking stick. Yeah.
Class leaders are also not officers. Let's put in that. Our class leaders are nothing a part of the officer corps. They are all just raiders that have been asked and have stepped up to the challenge.
Correct. Yeah. So they were all fresh recruits, people that have started that had no history.
Scriptic and J. Rob, who are the mage and warlock class leaders respectively, were specifically asked about the mage blade prio, that they understood why we were choosing to do it, and that they were okay with it, and they'll both be happy to confirm that.
It's literally just one person.
If you
dummy.
can find any other members that went off with Hamish, let us know, because I don't know any member that has gone off with Hamish. So
yeah, my
it's
whispers are
it's
getting
one person
flooded.
verse.
So there's a lot of people who have just bought into what was posted. So
Yeah.
I think my article will kind of do wonders. But once again, I need to be like very, very informed on everything to be able to do a structured response. Because as you can see from yourselves, even though his whole post has a few flaws in it, it was overall it's pretty detailed. So hold on, give me a sec, but I'll fetch some quotes for you that are in the screenshots he's posted, and I just need, as officers, your responses to them.
He's deleted every message, by the way, that he sent to us. Just
deleted
FYI, so there's
everything
no
he sent to us,
context
yeah,
from him.
just so we can't.
I took photos of them.
So
I don't
At least
know.
my ones.
I'll tell you my personal view on what I thought it was before I even came in here. So I assumed it was something along the lines. See, when you told me that he'd taken everything in round, I wasn't too surprised because from what I heard and when I contacted him and what I heard, I assumed that it was something along the lines of there was something kind of not dodgy or some little scheme you guys were running or something, nothing out of the ordinary, mafia wink wink. And then essentially he didn't get his way on something and decided, well, fuck it, I'm going to bury this guild. That's the vibe I got from the whole article. So from the beginning, I was leaning towards like I want to hear what you guys have to say. So we've gone through the blade and that proc weapon or whatever. Look, I'm gonna be honest. I don't think anyone, including myself, buys it. I don't think I can print that because like no matter what you tell me about the proc blade, it's kind of like telling me to believe in like the Bible or whatever. It's like I have to see it to believe it, So that's the first thing. The second thing is in terms of he's done you dirty kind of by saying that you want to give the mage blade to paladins in the first place just for the screenshot saying that you want heal bots essentially for getting rank 14. Look, to be honest, I don't have all that big a problem with that because it could have been like a guild, what do you call it, agreement where you want someone to get rank 14 kind of thing, so you're willing to go that extra mile. That's a lot of things guilds are doing.
It wasn't the idea of putting the item on Pronkers isn't really for PvP. I've seen Pronkers PvP with lesser items. The thing is, Pronkers specifically receiving the eye, if you don't know much about him, he's been a very, some people would say polarizing, but he's a very iconic person in the Oceanic Classic WoW scene. Everyone can, he's done fantastic things for Australia and Classic WoW. And this is more or less a thank you to what he's done to not only the whole, but also to the guild as well.
This is a very good raid
Yeah,
lead. Like that's literally the bottom line. He's
Can
a
I-
good raid lead.
Can I also touch on one more thing about that? Pronkers has been one of the first 60s in the guild, been running dungeons out of his fucking ass for a very long time, and look at his gig, guys. He's been the unluckiest guy with drops. He's one of the most undergeared warriors. Like, of course, we're going to give him an item to bump him up when he needs it, and for the stuff that he's done. Like,
That's
he's
why
actually.
it hurts. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
why it
like,
hurts so much,
he's
Anchorman,
yeah,
because
it's
it's not an item for him to one-hit people with. It's an item for the guild. It's an item of clout to us. We don't care how far he ranks with it. We wanted to put our assets together as a guild and get the item online so people would see our tag,
First
they'll see
alliance
Pronker's
first.
name, and they'll see the two-handed hammer.
I'm pretty sure you
This
can
is
literally.
hilarious. Sorry, guys, I just bump in.
I'm-
Fez, what's up,
Dang,
brother?
Welcome, Fez. This is contest.
Welcome, Fez. Dang,
I'm
man,
coming
I'm
back.
pretty sure you.
Guys, I'm coming back tomorrow. That's gonna be so fun. I think this situation, to be honest, is hilarious because basically, yeah, we lost the fucking mats, but that's it. There's nothing else we are going to lose. This guy is turning himself into a meme. I don't know if you realize this is so funny. To me, this is hilarious.
This is a fucking joke. It is.
It's
like,
so funny. I opened Discord like because I'm so addicted to this, so I keep on watching Discord, and I'm like, wait, where is my fucking not safe forward channel? I have dirty stuff to post, and I'm like, I see thousands of people in one single with GM with keys and everything. I'm like, wait, what is happening? And I asked Hamish and say, Hamish, fuck those. I asked Lotis and he says, Hamish, fuck those. I'm like, what are you talking about? Oh, this is so funny. Oh, don't worry,
we've
guys.
got the Anchorman here, brother.
Yeah,
you
it's
know-
cool. It's cool. I see him. That's gonna be a very nice. This thing has to be posted in Classic Row Reddit. It's gonna be huge. This guy is
Yeah,
gonna turn
we're
into
gonna-
such a meme.
This is
It's so
gonna be
funny.
great.
I'm so happy. You know. Oh my god.
Yeah.
I want to say this
I'll
to
be posting it
Anchorman.
in George channel for sure. This is gonna
Anchorman,
go on
Brother.
George channel.
Anchorman, is there anything
I
else you'd like?
spent my birthday talking to Hamish all day, brother.
Sorry
You know,
for your loss.
trying to, you know, like, fuck him. Like, holy.
Anchorman, the bottom line is, dude, you can in the guild, yeah, and any member that has raided with us, you can contact them by yourself. You can whisper them. You can ask them all the questions you want. You can ask them if they think they were treated fairly, if they think that the loot was done poorly. You'll get a resounding no. With like,
Yeah, but in any case, this is so funny. I just watched the
Yeah,
screenshots.
okay. No, one
from
sec.
that shit. Yeah.
We're gonna go private right now.
Why?
The leaders and Anchorman.
No, I think what I was going to say should be said to everybody. If you guys
Yeah,
read
sure.
the master book from Medellín, I think it's on the front page or I don't know which page. We always say it's in day one that people, raiders, or any casual that will have the guild achievements like a Sulfur and Warhammer should be compensated in some ways. And one of the only compensation we can really do is through loots. So the thing where he said that raiders are prioritized for because they help for the hammer. Yes, that was the principle of an open book loot
exactly.
system. So it's so
Contribution
retarded. This is just
it's contribution through all sources, you know, like. It's
There might be
it's
another-
that you put in.
There might be another important thing to note is how we do our loot and how we sort of display our prioritization before every.
There's literally a spreadsheet
Yeah,
where
so Hamish
every
has
single item.
posted in that document, like an image of a openly available loot price spreadsheet, and there is, a lot of officers and class leaders' names. It should be mentioned that a lot of those are just placeholders. They definitely weren't locked in, and you would recognize over the few weeks because it's constantly getting. Even though someone's name was next to it, aka an officer or a class leader, they usually didn't end up receiving that piece of loot. It went to someone else who we felt was more fitting. So for him to underline every class leader or officer's name next to these pieces of loot is very inaccurate. And the people that actually receive those items are the proof of that. You can see someone's name might be next to a certain item, but someone else, if you go through the logs, actually received the item.
The Anchorman, do you want to say something? What do you want to do, dude? This is your time.
Yeah, no. So, I'm trying my best, but I'm getting flooded with shit from all angles right now. Like, I'm having people come forward. Like, I'm getting whispers about Pronkers has done this exact same thing on Lightforge or some other server, private server or
Lightforge.
something. And then I said, do you have any like evidence, any screenshots, any proof? And he goes, no. I'm like, oh, okay, fuck off. So yeah, this is quite messy, I'm trying my best here.
100% the evidence Hamish has furnished, and I think all the officers can have some proof as well. They have been fabricated. They are absolutely wrong. And I hope when I get back to my place, I can find the screenshots that I have.
Guys, can we just please let him talk? Just can everyone please be muted in this channel except for Anchor?
So I think the best approach, and obviously this benefits me, but I'm trying to benefit you guys as well, would be radio silence on this front in terms of don't post on Reddit, don't do any of that, because you're just going to receive wagons of hate. It's how it works. And I've got a fair amount of credibility, I'd like to say. And so if I run an article or front page and kind of essentially just pointing out everything you've said, I'd need to get it way more, but we can do that some other time. This is quite everyone. It's pretty fresh. Everyone's kind of just getting very very heated on. Of course, this is a fresh situation. Issue doesn't come out till Friday. When it drops, I can have a big piece on essentially what we've spoken about. That I think the nail in the coffin would be the fact that instead of whistle blowing and like helping, he kind of like he did the whole whistle blow. He took your guild bank and disbanded the guild and killed everything and ran. I think that's kind of I'd have to speak to him, but I don't see how he can really defend on that, and that's kind of gonna make a huge problem for him when I write about it. So yeah, I think as long as I get more information and we disprove more of the stuff he said, you guys would be fine.
I mean,
but
we'll
as I
be
said-
fine anyway, I think.
No, I know. I'm just saying that in terms of like receiving hate, because already you've got pretty much
already
every guild I can think of is currently going in on you. And I'm not saying that's right, but I'm saying this happens. I mean, it looks like a pretty legit leak. So yeah,
Like-
I'll speak more to your officers and your GMs, etc. And your class leaders, I guess, at a later date. But yeah, I just wanted to stop by, say that I'm here, I'm listening. I'm not just gonna be like, oh, what Hamish posted is the truth. I'll run that,
Yeah, it's good of you, dude. 100%.
Anyway, so yeah, thanks for your time, guys. I'm gonna dip.
Thanks,
Thank you.
man. Just
Yeah,
wanted to
thanks,
say,
man.
I thought you were actually someone within the guild, man.
Yeah, so did I.
Yeah,
actually.
Thought it was wise.
Everyone thinks I'm within.
I want to say this to people because I'm getting messages. They don't know what side they're on. The only person that has caused drama in this guild since the start has been Hamish. That's it. You can believe me or you cannot, but if I could put heaps of effort into this guild, guys, it's all come from him, 100%. I'm actually going to tell you what I told why Raid 2 went so poorly. Because of him, 100%. He brought so much negativity to Raid 2. I watched it for hours, man. I like fucking pinpointed the problems. Yeah.
We spent so long watching those streams, dude. I was watching
Yeah.
those streams at
Yeah.
fucking 2 a.m. Utah time, like.
I was arguing with him on my birthday. Think about that for a second, guys.
Hey, I think your laundry is
You know?
almost finished.
So, like, to the people that have whispered me, you know, there's no reason not to trust.
Whoever's laundry that is, what is that?
It's little
Because
little
that's-
tank. It's
Ah.
almost
Definitely
finished.
not.
That's steam coming out of my ears right now.
Who owns this Discord? Can someone open another channel so I can post the spreadsheets or screenshots of the spreadsheets? I still had it open from raid earlier. I don't know if you've downloaded it yourself, but I've got...
The assignments. I've still got assignments. That's my spreadsheet, so you couldn't get that.
I've
I just
got
locked it down.
I've got the gear overview one open.
Yeah, I've got the attendance open.
Okay, guys, sorry. I'm with my girlfriend's family. I have to go back, but I'll see you tomorrow night when I go back to Singapore. Have a
See
good
you,
one.
See ya, man.
You still there, Anchorman?
Yeah, I'm about to dip though.
Just a little thing on contact, like it's just an example. Like for the hunters, you can see in the photos he's put there. None of that was actually decided by the officers at all. The hunters themselves actually got into a channel and we decided what we wanted to do. And like how Ajax's name is highlighted, that's because he decided to boycott Giant Stalker in its entirety, and he's getting Dragon Stalker before the others, and it's like in a reversal. Like his name being highlighted there, it's because he's not getting anything else. And the rest of it, we all decided. It wasn't decided by a click councillor or anything like that. So it's all been really fair on. And a lot of the other teams got told to do the similar thing.
Where did he post these photos? I haven't seen them.
Yeah, but like,
And like, I know it comes. I know it's a bit rough. Oh man, that fucking washing machine. Fuck. Can you guys actually even hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, I know it sounds a bit rough coming from me because I've got so much gear. But boys, how many fucking runs have I done to help you guys get gear, man? I don't give a fuck about gear. You guys can have it. I don't even care. You know? Yeah.
Bro, you helped me heaps last night.
You know, like,
Getting my raid. Man.
You've done
Yeah.
fucking above and beyond, man.
you know, like, I don't care about the gear, man. The only you guys give it to me. I don't even know what drops half the time, boys. I'm already on the next pool. Yeah.
Oh, I know that for a fact, Little.
You know, like, I know it comes rough coming from someone with so much gear, but I don't give a fuck about the gear, man. I fucking don't.
At the end of the day, there's 40 people in a raid, and it takes time to gear everyone. It's
Hey,
not
we're
going to be
playing the game
instantaneous.
too.
Yeah.
We're just having fun.
I mean, I rolled a mage knowing that it would be possibly months before I got gear, just because there's so many fucking people.
Like, I remember fights in original vanilla, like when a talisman would drop, and people like having shit fits and like breaking guilds over a talisman.
I rated. You guys don't know this, but I rated in the best guild in Australia. I did. Like, and I'm not going to tell you anything about that. But, you know, I can't. You don't care about the gear, man, if you want to get far. You don't care about that shit. That shit is useless. It doesn't matter. It's meaningless. You know, you care about synergy, working together, teamwork, following calls, and positivity. Positivity is the biggest one. The one thing I came at Hamish with after reviewing his VODs for 6 hours and discussing it was his rate was negative. It was a trash show. You guys didn't even say congrats to getting loot. And that's why you guys cleared so poorly that first run. Anyway, Rogues 100% fixed that. And look at you guys now. You guys are doing great. A little bit of gear is not going to make you run faster. A bit of positivity does wonders. That's the truth.
Fucking earth.
Yeah. Fuck yeah. Gear is the #1 fucking bane of this game.
Did somebody say little tank, big heart?
Yeah, I did.
Hey, Little Tank, you want to do some rain runs? Yeah.
I'm already 10.
Did you say ZF?
New runs? Yeah. So.
Now what?
What's the status of this Discord channel? Do we just have some like anomaly channels that we no longer have access to?
Probably just start fresh, just in case.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. So I don't know. If we want to do that tonight, do we want to do that tomorrow? Because
I can't even think.
this. Don't want to get all like movie here, but this Discord could quite literally be just like tapped, like bugged. Like it could just get all deleted just again. So
Yeah,
Well,
make a
Hamish
new
isn't
Discord.
part of it though.
Yeah, for sure.
But yeah.
You still
It's-
got
I think the Discord's fine. I mean, we've put a lot of work into it, and also spent a lot of money on it as well.
How much money did you put on this Discord?
Boosted it a couple
boosting.
times.
Yeah.
And also the thing is, it's because Hamish had the access
Co-leader.
and abilities to do
Yeah.
so. I can guarantee that won't happen again as long as Lotus or Pronkers don't do the same thing. It
Yeah.
should be okay here. I'm starting to slowly rebuild it now.
On your rift.
So secure Discord.
Secure line?
Is it a secure line?
I think so, man.
The wisest wizard would know.
Yeah, dude, I think it is, man.
All right, cool.
And I promise you guys won't remember the gear. You'll remember the fun times you had,
Fucking
the runs, the Jed runs, Asp never getting his main hand. You know,
That's never
The whole
that's
thing
what you'll
of
remember,
Lions,
boys. You know, our
For months
first
and a half,
Always
frag
like,
kills.
There you
there's
go,
always
Zedu.
going to be a future
Thank
where you
you.
can get the gear.
You may talk, Zetu.
I can speak again.
I'm sorry this happened to us. I am. This shouldn't have.
Who cares, man? Fuck him. We're very formed now, and that's it.
Yeah.
Come
fuck
on,
'em.
sis.
Just gotta stay, get back up to #1 and stay there, boys. Fucking show him. Fuck him.
Oh, who was it that was bitching about the Mage Blade before?
Domar, I think.
Hamish.
I don't want to talk about mate.
Doma. Is
I don't
that the
wanna
one
hear
that has like fucking multi-boxing?
I think so, yeah.
I'll have a chat with him later on. I mean,
I've
it's
just done server
Oh,
muting.
look, I just said like a huge speech. I was muted.
bro. What?
It's,
have
it's
you
not about the
spoken?
Mage Blade specifically. It's more about how the prior was done on untested information that the Mara dagger is any good.
100%, and we've talked about this. It's about
That's
the
bigger
philosophy.
issue, is if
That's
the priors have been done on that
that's
sort
not
of
wrong. You're wrong. You're
philosophy.
wrong. You're wrong. You're wrong.
30% proc, bro.
Previously. Okay.
Yeah,
The
can we
Mage Blade
see any sort of evidence of that?
was going to Pali Prio before we knew about the dagger.
The
Yeah, okay, that's
dagger
fine.
had
But if
Don't go saying
The
that.
dagger has been tested too, by the way. We just wanted to test it
can someone
ourselves.
link anything?
Alright, I'll send you some
Like
pictures
any
now.
combat logs or
So let's
confirmation that
let's look at this from
video.
a logical point of view, right? Have you spoken to your class leader or respected officer?
You know I'm a priest, right? I'm not a fucking mage man.
Okay, well then let's look at this then, right? What other options do Pallies have in terms of plus crit, and what other options do mages have in terms of? Can you tell me off the top of your head?
It would more be the point that it's not required because everything's being overhealed, evident by Group 1 dropping healers for DPS.
Alright, can we not talk
And
about
you can
that
just-
like, in this sense? Can I talk
You can just use more mana consumes.
Yep, you're 100% right.
Mana
Even if
consumes
you
mana
are right,
cost.
even if you are right, you're wrong here. Even if you are right, even if the maths says Mage Blade is better, you are still wrong in this situation. Why? Because that one item going to the wrong person by accident 3 times is not going to slow down our progress. What will
Yeah,
slow
I'm
down our
aware of that.
progress is this. This will slow down our progress. Okay? Complaining about loot. It doesn't mean anything.
Is this overthinking?
Dude, okay, you know there's one thing I'm after and it's not even loot.
What are you after, brother? What are you after?
I talked with Hamish when I joined. I'm interested in going for Scarablaw. And
all right, cool, brother. If you're coming here to get
And,
something individually
happy for
and
raiding
not contribute to
without
the
getting
guild as a team, I don't want you. Get out.
I'm
Help us get
part of
main hand.
being part of a team. I've
No,
been saying the whole
getting
time I don't want
Garrett
any gear.
is not a part of it.
Okay, I think we've discussed that enough.
Yeah.
Everybody's got some emotions going tonight, so let's cut each other some slack and not have any deep philosophical discussions while we're in this state of mind.
Yeah, I agree. So
I'm just looking at it from a logical standpoint in terms of what's available for each class and why.
Yeah, Brambles, I don't think we should talk about it anymore.
Yeah, let's just move on from all of this, dude. Like,
it's too much
none
of
of
a hot
this.
pot.
Yeah.
I
If
think
we
we
want to
should
go
start
over all the
focusing on
maps,
the rebuild. So, if anyone in the call has a friend, a part of the guild, that is offline and they're not back straight away, make sure to send them a Discord message and say, "Hey, look, reformed under this tab." Whisper one of these people for an invite. In the meantime, a lot of us officers will start redistributing permissions between the guild and getting the appropriate ranks up as well. And tomorrow is still on as well for anyone in the call for the light spider raid. I've done a guild message of the day saying that it's still started at the same time. So yeah, we have loot to get, and we have loot to click prior to myself. I'm gonna get 8 out of 8 T1 tomorrow. Can't wait, boys.
Yeah, no one needs Pally gear there.
Pally gear's a name, dude. Like,
There was a few guys in guild asking before about Raid Team 3's run tomorrow, so just firming up what information they need would be a good idea.
so just for maintenance sake, yeah, we're gonna stay in this Discord channel. Is that right?
Yeah, it makes the most. Everyone's already available. Everyone is here, and it's secured.
Okay. So
Yeah, just kind of missions.
So we're gonna put out maybe a new news channel that like adds everybody in the chat, like everybody here saying what's happened. If somebody wants to write that up.
God, I can't believe all this shit just has to happen. Like, why?
Yeah, I know.
I made the game really hard for everybody.
I need to go to bed in a minute. I want all things covered, you know. I want everybody that's out of the loop to understand because they're still in the Discord channel, obviously. And you don't want them logging in, going like, what the fuck happened? Where's my raid spot? Signing up with other guilds, and then we need to say, oh, actually no, you're still a member here. We didn't actually, you know what I mean. So we need to write a post, like ASAP.
Yeah.
Can we all just, in the meantime, until all this whatever happens, just shut up, don't go talking to any other people in any other guilds and that sort of thing. If they come at us and ask us, hey, what's going on with this? You know, I'm getting messages from people on the other side of the server saying, what's going on here? What's going on here? I'm just telling them, hey, but nothing, man. What? Talk to you later.
Name change. Just say a name change. Literally, just say
don't
name
tell them anything because that's just going to mean that even more misinformation or diluted information is going to go out when it's not quite ready to go.
You just look. So it's happened to me in other guilds as well. The truth comes out. It's you just let it do what it does. Like fucking the Reddit post is gonna. You can't lie to people about it because people will read it on Reddit and they'll look at the misinformation. So you just tell them, yeah, look, Hamish left with the guild bank. We're working out what goes on. He wasn't happy with what happened with Luke. It's pretty much that simple.
Yeah.
As long as you're honest and truthful about it, fucking, you can't get caught out in a lie. So that's what happened. He wasn't happy with the way that loot was done, and now he's taken off with the bank. End of story.
Yeah, that's pretty much the bottom line. Yeah, as for if the Anchorman wants to talk again, legit, if anybody from the guild, member, officer, raider, whatever, if you wanna go talk to him and you wanna tell him what you honestly think, I trust all of you. I feel like we've taken pretty good care of every single person that's joined. We've made things clear. We've put in high effort, you know, spreadsheets for loot. 3 raids, that's like, let that not be understated. 3 raids, it's literally like a fucking logistical nightmare trying to do it. But we do it because we want everybody to raid.
So I legit think I'm like in a good spot to talk to that because I don't know any of the officers or anything. I'm just some guy who joined it, and I've got a fucking Choker of the Fire Lord and a Netherwind Crown. I didn't expect to fucking have them by now.
Oh, is this about the Anchorman?
Yeah. So if he does still want to talk to just anybody, feel free. But nobody's stopping you.
And Scotto
I'm
here.
fairly
like,
confident.
Same thing in my
and,
situation.
Like literally like 99% of our decisions, and with hot topics like Mageblade, you know, that was it was a massive point of debate for literally like almost 2 weeks, where we had to boil it down to a democratic vote. And Hamish was literally the only person that, you know, basically dummy spat because he didn't get his way, essentially. He lost out on the democratic vote, and this is essentially the result of that.
Correct. Yes, it is someone that lives with his mom spitting the dummy because he couldn't get his own way, essentially, over the course of many weeks and many months.
As a positive note, good job in MC tonight, guys. Well done.
Yeah, man, I had a great
Very
time.
positive.
I had a
Going
blast
to be
now.
more upbeat. Thanks, Little.
Guess
Oh,
what,
sorry?
boys? We get to re-rank under contest.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Logs will be sweet.
Man, I lost all my guild rep, dude. I can't use the have group will summon
Dude,
guild.
my Hearthstone is
ability.
full length now. What the fuck is this?
It's gonna be
Is
fun
it
watching
Ward
this from
Road
Asmongold.
here?
Yeah, he's in the channel. It's one of the boys from Thai Hero, surely.
Yeah, it's Coons.
Content's over, dude.
Oh, it's
Rip
Coons.
content.
Yeah, Coons.
Kiss.
Oh, poor Coons.
What a fucking eventful evening.
Unrelated but related. What actually happened with the testing on the Mage Blade was the proc rate 30%? Oh, not Mage Blade. The Blade of Eternal Darkness. 'cause we did
Well, what I've come up with is like it's better than a Witchblade, I think. So,
Is this just for Warlocks or for Mages as well?
well,
I think
just
it's
for
better
Warlocks, because at the
for,
moment,
mages than warlocks from what I've looked. But yeah, it has no internal cooldown.
it doesn't matter which class it's on. So Mage, Warlock, we're both casting like Shadowbolt or Frostbolt, so it's
But
about
it's
the same.
I think it's the pool of spells that it can actually initiate on was what Onslaught were testing, because their idea is they want to start cluster pulling in raids. So think about when we did Dungeon Cleave, they want to do that in raids, and they think the meta's shifting towards that because of how undertuned everything is. The ability to pull, say, 4 packs of Molten Giants and AoE them is there. And the idea of Blade of Eternal Darkness having no internal proc raid, you could AoE groups and have everyone have a non-GCD, no internal cooldown proc happening from all casters. So that's what they're testing right now, and given the information, it's something that we're looking to test eventually as well and push rating to the next level. And then someone got in our way, and this is happening. It's all completely theoretical, but regardless of whether it works or not, items were still heading in certain directions for certain reasons anyway.
I don't care about the Loot Council decision. It wasn't the other thing that it was meant to benefit from plus shadow damage as well, because it's a shadow damage.
We found out that it didn't. I think
I don't think it does.
It
it does. It does. It does increase with Curse of Shadow, I think. And
But yeah,
I haven't realized that.
It procs off Blizzard and stuff like that. So the first tick of Blizzard has a chance of proccing it. So if you have 16 mages and they all use Blizzard at the same time, and each get the one proc, it's crazy to explain because it can proc like 3 or 4 times just off the one tick. Kind of like how Hand of Justice functions.
Can you guys see the assignment spreadsheet again now?
Yep. Yes.
Sweet. The PFP is still there. It's accurate. I'll change Meg's because you're the only one I inflated. So that's pretty much accurate to 1 gold. And then transmuters are at the top.
I managed to download a copy of the master book for you, Bronx, because I had the tab open if you need.
Cheers, brother. Just send it on Discord. I actually don't know if I'm working tomorrow or not. Apparently I am, so big yikes.
Take a sickie, bro. Great Australian way.
What made us choose contest?
Contest was actually second in the running for the guild name, so it became second nature almost. And Medellín only won by a couple votes. It was very, very close.
Was there a preference between all caps and no caps?
I think
all caps is the only way, bro.
Very high test, man. It's
Shouting.
very high testosterone. It's very aggressive.
Really aggressive.
There's content. Content's gone, bro.
So is Group 3 still raiding tomorrow night, obviously?
Yes, yes. As mentioned, it is continuing to raid. The guild message of the day has been updated. We'll see how we go with numbers, but we should be able to get there.
Alright, sweet.
That's really good news.
Was the tanks for it? But...
Underhill and Scotto.
Oh,
Did you get that, Bronx?
You don't need a Nixie achievement for that, do you?
No,
I do. Fuck yeah.
I've been trying to get it for 2 weeks, but no one wants to run with me.
Yeah, no one wants to do this.
Oh, mate,
Boobies.
just
We
got a
can do it
shout out
tomorrow.
in guild. If it's
I
only
have
run,
been for
mate,
the last 2
happy to
weeks.
help. I've done a few of those runs, man. Sorry, must have missed you.
It's all good. Shit happens.
So good. We can do them tomorrow, Twiz.
Yeah, bro. Yeah.
Yeah, man. Sounds good.
There's no bank in Everlook.
Yeah, there is.
Yes,
bro.
Yeah, in the biggest building
should
with
be.
the auction house.
It's yeah, bro. It's just in the corner in the open your eyes section.
I'd say that to my employees, man. That's hilarious.
Oh my god.
For the meme show bank, like I don't know what you want to see. Look at all those memes. Oh wait, I guess there is a meme. Oh yeah.
I'm going to say one more thing, and then I'm going to go to bed. But little bits of gear, they don't matter. They don't matter, guys. Like, if you really want to get the high speed, the high success rate in this world, man, it's about teamwork. It's about working together. It's about coming up with ideas, especially in a game like this, guys.
100%.
You know, like if we give out the wrong item once, that's not going to make or break us. You know, it's not going to make us go 2 hours faster. You know, it's not. It's synergy, it's trust, it's teaching, it's all that stuff. That's the stuff that matters. And you know what? As leaders, we're going to get things wrong sometimes, but it's better. You know, we stick together when something goes wrong, or something like that.
And just talk about it. Communication is everything, right?
Yep. And we, as the leaders, we were communicating.
Yeah, we were.
Very, very much so. Like very much so.
Voting as leaders do in a democracy.
Yeah. And it was just one person that was not understanding.
With a lot of power.
With a lot of power.
If there was actually any problems in terms of the guild internally, etc., there would have been people that went with him, but there was literally nobody. We're all still here.
Yeah, they're waiting for their turn. We'll fund another Sulphurus and then Little will leave next.
You reckon he'll jump servers, or do you reckon he'll stay in the server?
Honestly, guys, too, I was thinking about it then. I quit this game if this dies. If you guys all leave, I quit this game. Fuck this game. I do,
Yeah,
honest.
Not really much that you could do without a guild.
Who wants to go to Prime or like
No,
start over with them, you
I
know?
enjoy
Fuck.
playing with you guys. I enjoy playing with you guys.
Yeah, I think everyone should message head admin and tell him we miss him. Honestly.
I did. I spoke to him. Yeah.
Wait, is head admin in Prime?
Yeah, no.
Yeah, I've been chatting with him.
I called it!
Oh my god.
I've been
Hashtag cigar.
Typical, dude.
Why would you?
What do you
mean,
dude?
Why is he primal?
Okay. About Hamish and Headman. This is another topic. Between me and Hamish and head admin, because we're the tanks, you know, we've been talking amongst each other, and unfortunately, Hamish had a pretty hard grip on head admin, but I wouldn't fully take that because he does respect us and he does. He's just very confused right now because he has friends over in whatever guild he's joined and he doesn't know what to do because, and that's fair. That's fine. If he wants to go over there and raid with his friends, yeah, if he's happy over there, that's cool.
Yeah, don't spam him, guys, please.
Just leave him alone, guys. Like, if he wants to play with his friends, and this is, that's is what it is.
Who, head admin?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that like it's fine. Like if he left to go to a different guild, but if Hamish told him he was gonna yoink all that shit and he didn't say anything, that's a bit fucked.
Definitely.
What would he think though?
Hamish was trying
Hamish
to
is
convince
GM
me
as
from
well.
day one that we should all be friends with Primal. Like, he was fucking adamant. Like, I felt like I was getting a fucking G-kick if I did.
Oh shit.
Well, we should be, but it's hard.
Why?
They make it hard, don't they?
They do.
We should be, but, you know, yeah.
We try, man. We try.
Congrats
With
on the
that
viewers,
said-
Pronkers, by the way.
Who wants to do Ubers?
I'm in.
I'm gonna go to bed. It's been an
Okay.
interesting night, guys. Thanks. I'll see you all tomorrow, I guess.
Can you just go fuck up BlackRock? Like, fuck Ubers. Let's go, boys. Over
Where
to
you go
Mountain.
fuck up?
I'm the right spec.
Let's go, boys. Everyone the
I've got
let's
my
go
dress
fuck up,
on.
dude.
I've got my dress on, boys. Let's
Get the
go.
PvP
Trox is at
gear out.
Blackrock Mountain right now.
Let's
I've got my
go,
dress
boys.
on.
We're
I've
going
got my
to
dress on, boys.
Invite
Let's go.
boys,
Trox is in
PvP
Blackrock
out.
Mountain
Let's
right
go,
now.
Let's
brother.
go, boys.
Can we get the inner clip?
Invite boys.
Yeah, fuck up with
Let's
that.
go, Pronkers 543, brother.
All 80 of us.
Hey, Broncos, if I give you my Twitch Prime, can I get a loot prior?
I'm gonna go with yes. You can get Loot Power and VC.
Corruption confirmed in new guild.
Only on Mage Blade.
Why didn't we name ourselves
What was
Corruption?
the number? What was the number, Pronkers? 453.
543, brother.
Bro, we should have named our guild.
Actually, yeah, corruption would have been
Oh
a good
shit,
one.
he subscribes.
It's not working. I can't. 543.
Welcome. Because you real ID messaged me.
Oh, true. Liz luck.
Oh shit, I got a Founder's badge.
Founder's badge, fuck yeah. I don't know what that is, but
It's like if you're one of the first few people to subscribe to a channel. Congrats, man.
congrats, man.
Nice congrats, man.
So can I leave this United Alliance coalition thing?
Yes, I'm not
Yeah, I
using it
left
anymore,
it.
so... It's just my old Discord.
I thought this was Uber's raid. What's this raid for?
Nah,
this
this
is
is fucking
clean
up
down.
BlackRock Mountain, bro. We ain't doing no Uber. We're taking out. We're just gonna go spread the word of Concord.
How funny would it be if Horde came and raided while this
We
is
play
going?
for the PvP.
Yeah, man, let's go.
543, me brother.
Still holding all these sappers from the raid that didn't happen earlier.
Holy shit, yeah. Oh shit, I have so many sappers.
Him a 543.
Broncos, sorry. Dresses on, boys. Dresses are mandatory for this fight. Tabards off.
Paladin life.
You can't do it with the thingy. It doesn't work.
Oh,
Are we staging?
We're just going straight in. We should probably stop.
Bronk,
Wait.
can you look at officers and nomad?
Little, I figured out what you were doing wrong in item rack.
Everyone is KSS, even Mobius. Kill everyone.
Whoa. That's pretty rude.
I got some takeaways. I missed out in conversation. What's happening?
Dude, owner's probably mobilizing right now, just FYI.
Damn, this guild tag is
what's
actually pretty biz.
Yeah, it is, eh?
Shout outs.
Straight to Uber's entrance.
Seeing Tony Diggles man TD with a contest tag and that big sword, very
Oh,
scary.
boy.
Dude.
Spooky.
Did you get that sword today, TD?
Yeah, brother.
Rats, man.
Eagle is landing.
Damn, that sword actually slaps low key. That thing's got 42 strength on it, man. What the heck?
They're about to feel it, man.
Dresses on, boys.
Does a rope count?
Modified dress.
Look at me go. Am I beautiful?
Dresses on,
Ethan,
boys.
how beautiful am I?
What even is that weapon? What staff is that?
Dude, look at that fucking swing speed. This is the best in slot weapon. You think I need hand to rag?
The nicker.
No, it's the fucking slave driver's cane. Yeah, we got some big hordes here, boys. Just wait up.
Who's that on
Just
the
wait up here.
balcony?
That's your boy Trox.
They're ready for you.
Yeah, they are. Just wait up, wait up, wait up. Chill, chill, chill. They know we're coming. Let's get some buffs out. Alright, just start harassing.